What are his thoughts of you and of your future together? Hi, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining me, Mystic Mia Moksha, here on Mostly in the Moment for another Love Pick a Card reading. We're looking at his thoughts about you right now, his thoughts about the future between the two of you, what actions he's taking for the future of the two of you right now. And there is an extended available where we look at what he sees for the future and what spirit sees for the future between the two of you, like the most probable outcome. So it's a really fun reading. There's a lot we're going to cover in each pile. It's done with the highest intention, the best intention for everyone involved, with a lot of love, and I'm just so excited for you to hear it. So thank you for your love and support. I hope you enjoy the reading, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 11 with the red calcite and the passion card. We're looking at his thoughts about you and his thoughts about your future together. So we're going to first look at his thoughts about you in terms of the connection right now and in the future. So what is his thoughts about you and the connection now? I am healing old traumas. Okay. They are so grateful that you're holding space for them. You're being patient with them. You might be even helping them deal with things that are coming up for them right now. Maybe this has been for a while now that they've been kind of talking to you about something that they've been dealing with, and they feel comfortable to be vulnerable around you. And it's such a big deal that he can be vulnerable around you, because I feel like he's the kind of person who's been pushing down his emotions, or he hasn't really had someone to talk to on this kind of level about things like relationship dynamics within his family growing up, and things that he feels like he wasn't able to do or talk about with his friends growing up, or even his young adulthood or adulthood. And all these things are kind of coming up, and he's so like eternally grateful for you to like kind of sit with him and like talk to him about it, or at least just like sit with him while he goes through it, like knowing like he can hold your hand for support. It's the cutest thing I'm getting, and he really, really appreciates it. Like he's like, I can let my guard down a little bit, and even if it's just like holding your hand while he like goes through it, and he goes through it himself, like that in itself, it's such a big deal, because he's never been able to be that open and vulnerable with anyone. Oh my goodness, handshake. So cute. Like I kept talking about holding your hand. And I feel like for like guys, it's such a like weird thing, right? Like for us females, most of the time, like if we are feeling scared, or if we're feeling kind of like lovey-dovey, like we don't mind showing our affections by grabbing our guy's hand, right? But for guys to do that to a female is like usually to show comfort to her, not usually to show comfort for himself. So for him to kind of do that is like it's a big deal, you know. In his like manly way, it's like the biggest way of him being like, let me cuddle up next to you and cry on your shoulder kind of thing, you know. Like yeah. Handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. So even if this is someone new coming into your life, or someone returning, it could be someone new. Like for some of you, this could be someone new coming in, where they're at this point in their connection, in their life, where if they were to build a connection or relationship with you, it might start with this. It might start with, oh my goodness, I finally found someone that I can finally be my real self with, and kind of finally let my guard down and actually truly talk to. Or even if you know this person, this is someone returning, or this is someone currently in your life that you have a relationship with right now or currently seeing, it might be like meeting this person for the first time, because that's how much they've changed. That's how much they're opening up to you. Whereas like you're seeing them for the first time. Very, very cool. Okay, so the connection that he feels with you now is so profound, but it feels new because he's showing like a new side of him that he's never really shown you before. If you've known him for a long time, if this is someone new, it's kind of like, yeah, they're feeling open and vulnerable. So it's a really deep connection that they're forming with you right off the bat. So what does he think about you in the future, in terms of a connection with you in the future? We can't evade our destiny. Yeah. So you can tell this kind of feeling he's getting for you, which is like, yeah, we're meant to live out this connection. Like we're meant to be together. I feel like he's the kind of person who wouldn't like dare show this side of himself to anyone unless he thought it was the one. So yeah, he definitely feels like this is a destined, fated connection. Lightning, control your anger or you will be sorry. I feel like there was anger from one side, specifically one side, so from his side or from your side, but I feel like there's an issue in the past or the recent past where he feels like you two are destined together, but he's like angry with himself with how he handled things in the past, or you're angry at him for how he handled things in the past. So there's like this issue of anger, and it's like if we can get through this kind of angry phase, like I feel like he's worried that you're going to be angry with him forever, like hold resentment for something in the past. Or one of you might have like a slight anger issue, and that's like a point of concern, like a red flag that kind of maybe prevented this connection from moving forward. But it's something that's like not too big of a deal based on like the energy I'm feeling. It's like it's very healing. It's very like you're supportive of each other. So any like minor red flags that you two have, they can definitely be worked through. I think this is one of the issues with the dating culture right now. It's like we meet someone, we have one date with them, and then we have like, maybe 3 or 5 red flags, and then we're like, oh no, we can't be with that person because they have too many red flags. It's like you might have the same amount of red flags to them, but what's important is like, can you get to know this person enough where you realize the red flags aren't red flags? Like you need to know people on a deeper level. You need to have more than one date to like know if these red flags are actually red flags, unless your intuition will let you know if the red flag is like a complete, like this person is a psycho killer, like that you'll know. But like most of the times, some of the red flags that we consider red flags nowadays aren't actually red flags. There are things that like you just need context, like a background of, or you just need to get to know that person. Yeah, because we all have our things. So this, I think this person, whether it's an anger issue or something similar, like they were worried about this in the past, that it might be an issue, like there was a red flag that they saw in you that they were kind of using it as an excuse to not move this connection forward. But that's also their ego protecting them from actually opening up to you and having to be vulnerable with you. So they're recognizing, oh, that was a mistake of this like kind of red flag that they put on you, and they're learning how to kind of go deeper with you, which is really significant. Wow, what a connection, pile 11. All right, so is he taking action right now for the future between the two of you? Yeah, is he taking action for the future? Ace of Pentacles, that's 100% yes. Pile 11, that is like a definite yes, like a 99.9999999%. Because there's gonna be like that one person that like picks this pile and it's like absolutely not for them. But I'm getting like for almost everyone that picks this pile, like yes. Ace of Pentacles, that's physical opportunity, taking that chance, taking action, making it happen. And Judgment, okay, and Judgment came out in reverse, so I'm getting that like he's already made his decision to move forward in this connection and to level it up in some way. So he's already made the decision to ask you out, or to move in with you, or to move closer to you, or enter a more serious relationship, or to even marry you, or to have kids with you, or to kind of live out your rest of your lives together, or build a home together, or like build a whatever it is, like build some sort of future together. He's already decided that. The Judgment card, it's like kind of like he had to come to a major decision within himself first to be like, am I ready to take this step? Like, so he acknowledges it. He consciously made the decision to move forward with you. And he has, if he hasn't already, he will come to you and explain what he's ready for next and physically present it to you. Physically say it to you, maybe even accompanied by a date or some sort of gift. He's like absolutely sure. He's like, yeah, like, whoa, like pile 11, she allowed me to kind of be vulnerable and work on like old trauma. She's making me a better person, using her feminine energy to heal me and nurture me and support me. I'm learning from her how to, strengthen my feminine energy to do the same for her, to do the same for others. Like, this is a powerful woman. Like, I want to have her in my life. All right, so what do you see for the future between the two of you? And this will let you know if, like, this part of the reading could be very resonant, but the second part will let you know if the extended will resonate with you or not, if you want to continue this energy, continue this reading. But as for now, like, this part of the reading is complete, and now we're going into the second part. So what do you see for the future between the two of you? Two of Pentacles. Okay. Combining resources, I'm hearing. Combining resources. What I'm getting from the bigger picture is the two of you kind of collaborating on what to do next. I feel like he presents something, whatever relates to your situation right now, whether it's moving closer to each other, moving in with each other, committing in a relationship, asking out on the first date, or, moving into a new location together, leveling up the connection somehow, getting married, or, adopting a dog, or meeting the kid, whatever the next level is. Both of you, what you see for the future is both of you kind of working out what he would like and what you would like and mixing it together. You're very much of a collaborative person. You're a really good person to like just be around. Like, I think like a lot of friends would be lucky to have you as a friend. Your partner is obviously very lucky to have you. Like, your family's really lucky to have you, because you're someone who kind of like, I don't know, you're like a diplomat. you really, and also like a counselor and like a therapist all in one. A really good friend, someone who listens, someone who encourages people. Like, you're like you got it all. You're really understanding. You really know how to like empower people, help people. Really cool. And so you're like, hey, like, let's figure this out together. Let's make it what you want and what I want too. Like, it doesn't have to be just my vision or your vision. Go to the distance. Yeah. And it's so interesting because I feel like you want this for the both of you for the long haul. I feel like you want to start with small things, immediate things, like, okay, you want to move in with me? All right, let's like figure out what time frame is the best. Like, what does your work situation look like? this is my work situation. Like, do you want to be closer to family or friends? Do you want to, move in with me, or do you want to move to a different location? Do you want me to move in with you? Like focusing on the most immediate things that you two can kind of combine in your lives right now. It could be like, even if you're just, this is a new thing and you're like a date, like it's like, oh hey, like where do you want to go on a date? Like you don't have to come all the way over here to where I am if you're at a distance. Like, I can maybe meet you halfway. And he's like, no, I want to meet you closer to where you are. And so he's going most of the way and you're going a little bit, like not as far as him, but like you're meeting him a little bit out there. So it's like kind of like this like cute like back and forth. It's like, oh, I'm gonna meet you after work. Like it's like, oh, I had a long day, I'm really hungry, I would love something heavier. It's like, oh, I just kind of ate, sorry, I didn't realize we'd be meeting up today. Maybe I kind of want something light, but like, you're hungry, you've just been working all day, let's go get something like more heavy meal, like I'll just get a soup and salad, but let's go somewhere where we can get you like a meal as soon as possible and as heavy as possible or something like that. Like it's cute, like the way that you two, like you care about him. You care about him to make sure that his voice and opinion gets heard, because I feel like he's the kind of person who's always kind of let the woman kind of run the show. Like whatever you want, whatever your opinions are, whatever you're interested in, whatever you prefer kind of thing. And you're always like, no, what do you want? Like, let's like add that into the equation. So it's really important for you to like make his opinion feel valued and listened to and, incorporated somehow. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're such a valuable woman, Pilot 11. Like it's magic what you do. I feel like it comes easy to you too. Like you kind of intuitively know. It's like, oh, you want this? I want this. Let's do this. Like even in a group dynamic, if like you are going on like a double date or something like that with your friend or something, or another couple friend that you two have, like you can easily see what everyone wants and figure out the perfect like restaurant that all of you would want to go to. Like you have that kind of ability, I feel like, which works really in your favor. Like, and that's why you start with like immediate things, and then both of you start having this conversation about more future goals and future dreams, like medium size, halfway through your life goals, and then like all the way towards the end. Like you start thinking about the future. I feel like you're really good with this. I'm getting a lot of like earth energy here. You're like a manifester. You're able to make it happen. Once you get like an idea, you can put it together and then it starts happening. Wow. Okay, let's see. What do you see for the future? Compliments from an admirer. You see that, I feel like he's like a gift giver, because I mentioned that before too. Like he might come give you this offer with like a gift. Like it could be like a date, an idea for a date. Like maybe he's like, oh, let me take you out for dinner. But I feel like it's more like chocolates and flowers and candy or something like that. I feel like he's like, his love language, one of his love languages that he's loves adorning you with is little gifts. And so you can see yourself, like, even in the future, like, for example, if he likes getting flowers for you, if you like flowers, or, like, something that you like, you see that he will always do that for you, like, for as long as you guys live, like, even until, like, you're old, grandmas and grandpa on the porch, like, he's always going to continue, like, picking flowers for you, or something cute like that. Like, you see that he's always going to be giving these little gifts to you, and it makes you happy, because it's like, it's these little moments that make a really joyful life. And you notice that he notices the small things matter. An arrow. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. You also feel that this person, your person, Pile 11, he is like, I'm getting straight and narrow. Like, he's someone you can rely on, trust, and is very responsible, very mature, that you can have, like, you don't have to worry about other things. Like, you know, sometimes, like, no shade on people who have, you know, issues. Like, it's just more that you have to overcome. But, like, this is someone that, like, you don't have to worry about stability, security. You don't have to worry about the relationship. You don't have to worry about, like, you know, them cheating or them being too lazy to go back into work if they get, like, you know, laid off or fired or something, or have, you know, like, they're not someone who's gonna, like, let that thing in the kitchen be broken forever and you have to constantly nag them for them to kind of fix it, right? Like, there's someone who's, like, very responsible, good head on their shoulders, so much so that you can focus on the romantic part of the connection. You can focus on the fun stuff that you two will do, instead of, like, always constantly fixing something in the relationship, or always worrying about, like, just the basics, the foundation stuff, which is wonderful, like, lovely. Like, you can rely on this person. This person can rely on you, and they can see that, and they love that. Even, like, emotionally, I feel like they lean on you more for the emotional part of the relationship, and you can lean on them for more of the physical part of the relationship. Not that both of you can't do the other, but it's like, it's really grounding and feels really good that, like, maybe he needs more help in the emotional department and you need more help in the physical department, in terms of, like, doing that part of the relationship more. And it just comes with a natural feminine, masculine energy. Not that both of you can't do that for the other, but it's just, like, respect. Like, you respect his physical, masculine energies, and he highly respects your feminine energies and what you bring to the relationship, what you bring to life, which is really beautiful. Okay, and so we're going to continue this into the extended with how he sees the future, because it might be much different than how you see the future, or it could be complementary. And then also what spirit sees for the future between the two of you, which is the most probable timeline. But let's pull a few cards just to see a sneak peek of what he might think of the future. 6 of Fire. I love that, because that's victory. And I see a sense of passion coming back. The passion even kind of looks like this kind of hot air balloon, and a sense of adventure and excitement. Ooh, and I've looked into tarot readings, and I have a feeling that this person, if they are this close to you, that they know that you watch tarot readings, and it's piqued their curiosity. Maybe they've even looked at tarot before you. They might have a side of themselves that is really interested in this stuff and looked into tarot card readings specifically for you. That's going to be interesting. I'm going to look into that for sure. All right, so pile 11. If you are interested in the extended, we're going to look into that. The link to purchase that is below in the description box. It's at a very low price. I make sure it's a very low price so you can look into this energy if it feels like you. Again, this is going into the extended, the second half, about how you feel. The first half was, like, you know, for anyone that comes onto this pile, but this is definitely looking to the extended. If you feel like this is your energy that feels like you that I was talking about, then we can definitely go into more of that energy in the extended. And if I don't see you extended, I really appreciate a comment if you resonated and liked this reading. It's a new topic for me. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 22, with the Lepidolite and the Comfort card. We're looking at what he thinks about you in terms of the future. So let's start with what he thinks about the connection between the two of you now and in the future. So what does he think about the connection now between the two of you? I'm focused on other things right now. Okay, so I feel like he is trying to let you know that, like, okay, I know I should be giving this connection more thought and more energy right now, but I am being kind of pulled in a lot of different directions right now. Maybe specifically one or two directions, like work or family or something like that, so strongly right now. And I'm getting this slightly apologetic energy come through, because he feels like you know how sometimes, like, you want to explain to someone, it's like, oh, it's not because I don't love you, it's not because I don't care about this connection, it's just because, like, I have this thing going on that's like I need to kind of focus on and pull my energy away from you in order to focus on. But, like, I'd rather be focusing this energy on you. I'd rather have this issue not be here right now for me, you know? So I'm getting the slightly apologetic. Yeah, dusk. Pay attention to your work. Yeah. So I feel like there's, like, big things happening at work or family. I'm getting specifically those two things, but it could be something else. But, like, I'm getting work and family, but mainly work. And it's like, maybe it's like a big project, like maybe his job is on the line, like he might get fired if he doesn't pull through, or he's getting really stressed, or this is his project, and, like, you know, I feel like you have an idea. Maybe he's switching jobs, switching careers, switching, you know, line of work. This is, like, super stressful right now. So he's like, I feel like he's giving you as much attention as he can. He wishes he can give you more, give this connection more attention right now. But he's being drawn away. But I'm also getting this as it could be vice versa. It could be he feels like you are pulling away from him right now and focusing more on your work than him. So I'm getting something might have happened recently where he might have been like, hey, I've been thinking about taking a trip with you, or I want to talk to you about something important, or hey, like, you know, my family has been asking to see us soon, or something like that, like something important in regards to the relationship came up, and you might have been like, hey, like, sorry, I have to work right now, I have these things going on. And so he feels kind of like, ah, like, I really wanted to hang out with Pile 22 for this holiday or this family meeting, or this I want to spend time with them this weekend, or I want to really talk to them about this, but they seem distracted. Maybe not, right now is not a good time. They don't want to disturb you. Yeah, so I feel like it's one or the other. But I feel like because we're looking at his energy in terms of the connection, yeah, it could be vice versa. It could be he's focusing on work right now because of some issue going on with his job, or it could be he feels like you're too distracted to talk about something important to him. Train whistle, extra confirmation. Okay, so what does he think about the connection in terms of the future with you? Our paths and lives are aligned. So he's not taking it too much to heart, because he feels like, okay, like, if I have to wait a little bit for her to make up her mind, or, you know, not be so busy, like, I can do that. Like, this is worth it. Like, I know she's worth holding out for her. Yeah, so I feel like if you're the one who's, like, busy, or kind of said that you need more time, or that you need to figure things out, or, you know, there's some stuff going on in your life right now that, you know, doesn't allow you to give you your full attention to the connection, or something along those lines. Maybe yeah, you need to kind of think about their proposal, whatever they proposed. Maybe they think about leveling up the connection, or putting some sort of label on the connection between the two of you, or something like that. And you're like, I might need some time to think about this, or, you know, I'm not saying no, I like where this is going, but I need to, like, kind of think these things through, or I have some other things I need to kind of wrap up before I kind of give myself time, and more time and energy for this relationship, or something like that. But they do feel like, okay, it's worth holding out and waiting for pile 22. She's definitely worth it. I'm going to give her some space. If she asks for some space to think, she needs some time to do her work stuff or family stuff or whatever. Like, she's that. I'm totally okay with that. Yeah. So if he hasn't already proposed this higher level commitment or whatever he's proposing is like making the connection more serious. If he hasn't already, and that's why you kind of need some space and time to kind of think about what he said, and you're like, oh, I'm a little bit kind of busy right now, like I need some time. He understands that you need some time and space. But also, if he hasn't already, this is him noticing that this might not be the right time to tell you because you're in the middle of something. And so he's giving you space and, not putting an extra thing on your desk. And waiting for the right time. Yeah. Pale. Time to get out of a situation. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like whatever he's proposing to you is going to benefit you. So maybe you've been having issues around your home or your car, and he's like, yeah, I wanted to kind of propose like giving you a ride to work every day, or maybe you moving in with me that may solve some problems for you. Something about maybe even helping you with a work or family situation or financial situation, or maybe I don't know, he wants to like kind of help you in some sort of way by upgrading your connection. He feels like, oh, if we upgrade our connection, we make this more serious, like maybe I could help her out more. Maybe I can be the emotional support that she needs when she's entering a stressful time at her work or something like that. Or maybe I can if she moves in with me, like, then she doesn't have to worry about her landlord or, that thing always breaking in the kitchen or something like that. Like, I feel like he's trying to figure out a way that, like, he can help you, and he feels like leveling up the connection or making it more serious or somehow being more involved in your life is going to help you out more. Yes, he does have your best interest at heart, whatever the situation is. He does feel like the two of you are meant to be in each other's lives right now, and he feels like he's meant to help you. Because I do feel like you've helped him, and he wants to repay that favor, or he wants to be. I feel like he's someone who's like if someone helps him, he needs to help them back, kind of thing. Like, he needs to kind of reciprocate the kindness. It's not like he expects anything back. He's like, oh, this person was nice enough to be helpful to me. I want to be helpful to them. So I do see that he wants to kind of level up the connection. But whether you decide to kind of move forward or not with him, because he does understand, like, you saying that you need time, energy, and space from this connection to think things through, or because you're busy right now, he's taking that a little bit as like you might not be interested in him or want to level up with him, and he's like totally okay with that. He's like, oh, you know what, I'm just lucky that she's giving me a shot, but I do feel like we're in each other's lives for a reason at this time, and I want to help her in any way possible. Like, I would still be moving forward with my life if at this time all I'm doing is helping her out in whatever way she wants to connect with me at this time, as a friend, as someone who's more than a friend, as someone who she's interested in, wants a long-term relationship with, it, like whatever she wants. Like, right now I just feel like I should be helping her, do what's best for her, looking out for her, like she did for me, kind of thing. Okay, so is he taking action right now for the future between the two of you? Is he taking action right now? Light. there's this, okay, and there's this kind of lightness in his energy where he has no expectations. Like, you know how like sometimes when when you have such clarity about a situation, when you kind of feel like you know what's going to happen, or you have no idea what's going to be happen, but you're so okay with it, like you can kind of get into this Zen energy. I feel like he's in a Zen energy where he's like enlightened. He's like, whatever she needs from me, I am there for her. I feel comfortable giving her what she needs. I feel comfortable being in her life in whatever way she allows me to. I feel comfortable knowing that whatever's going on between the two of us right now is where we're meant to be at this time. We're definitely helping each other move forward in our lives, whether it's going to be us together forever or just right now. Like, I'm totally okay with what she needs, what I can give her, who we are now. Like, there's a Zen quality in him right now. And the Queen of Wands, he is lifting you up. He sees you as this beautiful, beautiful queen that is taking charge of her life. I feel like you are doing well in your career or something, or doing well in your life. Maybe you're taking control of your health, your mental health, your physical health, your taking care of your relationships with others, friends and family. Maybe you're becoming a true leader in your community, at work. You're bringing in a lot of success or prosperity energies right now, and they just kind of want to empower you and support you and be there for you. I feel this real emphasis on like, this isn't about me, this is about you right now. And I respect that. I understand that. I'm going to step back and I'm going to be here to support you in however you need me to. That's okay. I can focus on my own things right now, and just like call on me when you need me. I'll help you. I'll be there for you. Like, there's this kind of energy of like, you helped me so much in the past. I want to be there and support you and not make this about me and what I want, like, and about you kind of living in this energy and bringing in this energy and not anyone messing it up for you. I'm going to be your protector, supporter, and I'm going to love you and support you in how you need it right now. This isn't about me. You've already helped me. This moment is for you. Love that for you, pile 22. All right, so that's the general reading that should apply to most people that choose this pile. Now I'm going to the second part of the reading, which is what you see for the future between the two of you, and that will let you know if you're going to resonate with the extended. In the extended, we're going to look into what he sees for the future between the two of you, and then also what Spirit sees for the future between the two of you, which is the most probable outcome as of now. So this part of the reading will let you know if you resonate with the extended. So this is the general. Now we're going to the second part. So you may or may not resonate with this part. Okay, but it's continuing with this energy. But it's going to resonate with the people who pick the extended. So what do you see for the future between the two of you? So if you want to continue with the energies, this is the energy you might be in. Four Swords in reverse. Okay, so the Four Swords upright is kind of being in like a energy of like dreaming, thinking, oh, is this going to work out? Is this going to ever come through? The Four Swords in reverse, I feel like is like excitement. Like you have someone proposing to you, basically. Someone who's saying like, if you just want me to be your friend, I will be there for you. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be supporting you every step of the way. If you choose not to be in a relationship with me right now, or choose not to be in any kind of relationship at all at this time or in the near future, or even if you choose to move on with someone else, like at this moment in time, I am here for you unconditionally as long as you need me. And I would like a relationship with you. I would like to talk to you about our future together. But right now I'm holding space for you to kind of do what you need to do. And so there's an excitement from you because you're like, hey, wow, look at the situation I'm in. I have someone who is willing to just be my friend and love and support me, who's also offering me the world in terms of a romantic love relationship, and also saying it's okay that if I don't want to be with them, it's not going to be this dramatic breakup or end of a relationship, that they're still going to love and support me until I move on if that's what I choose. And they're also okay if I don't choose to be in a relationship right now. Like, what a perfect scenario, right? You're like, this is a win-win-win-win situation for you, Pile 22. Like, you're so free in this connection right now. They're so open-hearted and open-minded and allowing you to be in this power, because I feel like you're killing it, Pile 22, in terms of your work, and I'm getting like relationships with others. So whether it's like if you're being promoted, or if you're leading a team at work or something like that, or if you have employees that work under you, or your coworkers, like you're having really good relationship dynamics with people you work with. Also your friends and family, relationships, community, your relationships with others is really excelling right now. And also your career, I'm getting, or job, or what you do for work on day to day is like really, I don't know how to describe it. It's taking off in such a powerful way. It's exploding right now. And so they're not trying to like distract you from that. They're trying to let you cultivate that success energy, that prosperity energy. Yeah, interesting. You might have had a situation like that in the past. Maybe you might have had multiple situations in the past where you're doing well at work, or you're doing well with your relationships with friends and family, or your own health or something like that. And then someone came into your life, like an ex, or a specific friend group, or specific coworkers, and they just kind of like brought you down or something like that when you're doing well, or you're about to like level up. So that might be something you resonate with. So with this person, you feel so much freedom, so many possibilities, so many opportunities. And that's like, what a feeling to have with someone, right? So you feel that kind of energy with them. And that's kind of what you see in the near future. What you see in the far future, regeneration in reverse. I'm getting this energy of like, with most people, like I feel like for some reason this is someone like coming back, or having a second chance with you, or even someone that like, it might be someone new, or someone that you just started dating, or someone new that's coming in if you're single, that like is willing to wait for you. You know, maybe like you're like, I need a couple of months, a few months, several months before I can like give this connection a real shot, or to think things through, or I want to take it slowly. I feel like that's coming from your energy. Like, I want to take it slow, or I need some time to focus on some other stuff right now. Is that okay? They're willing to wait. Or if this is someone coming back, or this is like you're already in a relationship with this person, like it feels like you're not starting from ground zero, where I feel like if this was a situation in the past, or a situation with someone else, you might feel like you have to start from ground zero again, start from square one. I feel like this is a connection where it's like there's a new energy coming into your love life, and you're recognizing this. You're consciously aware of this. There's new energy coming into your love life with this person, but it doesn't feel like square one. It doesn't feel like starting from the beginning. It feels like you don't have to start all over. And I feel like there's like so many positives, so many pros for that. In your mind, you're like logically thinking about this, and like, it's like, oh, I get the love and support that I need from someone who really deeply understands me, or who is willing to learn about me and understand me, and gives me a space to kind of help me with my career or other things I want to achieve in my life right now, relationships with others. And they're supporting me and helping me with that, and putting our relationship on the side burner because I asked them to, and just helping me and just being here for me. There's something about, it feels like you don't have to start from level 1 with this person. It feels like you're starting from like a level like 100. Like, this person gets it. They know it. They're willing to take the time to get to know you, or to help you with the situation before diving into the relationship and focusing on, I want the relationship now. I want this energy and attention from you now in my way. Like, screw your stuff. Or maybe unintentionally not knowing that like they're messing up other things in your life. There's something about not starting from level 1, and you recognize that with this person. Okay. Clouds, temporary problems. Yeah. And it came out kind of like not upright. So I feel like it's not problems. For some of you, I'm getting like 25% of you, yeah, it's like an issue at work, or issue with finances, or issue with like a family member, friends, or group, or something like that. That's like not like a serious problem, but it is an issue that you have to kind of overcome and figure out the solution, implement the solution or something. But it's something that you're like, oh, I can see myself getting through this. It's just going to take some time, you know? And for most of you, 75% of you, it's not actually a problem. It's just like a challenge. Like, oh, a project at work, or wanting this promotion, or something like, maybe it's a family event. Maybe you're helping with a sibling's wedding, or a family member's wedding, or maybe you're helping someone else through a challenge in their relationship. Maybe a friend of yours is getting a divorce or having issues with something, and you want to be there for them. But I feel like this is more like something that like improves your life. So I feel like it's something that like at work, that if you get through, is going to bring in a lot of success and prosperity. And I also feel like dynamics with other, like if you take this class, or like you might, or go to these network events or something like that, like it will help you with work, or will help you with, I don't know, something in terms of relationships with others, not like romantically, but like family, friends, or coworkers, or something like that, community. And then something with work. You're like, if I do this, I will achieve that. Maybe you're looking for new friends in the area, or people who can kind of support you, and who have similar interests to you, or maybe you have a new hobby and you're looking for people that can like help you with a passion project you're working on, or something like that. Like, but there's something with like improving relationships with others, people, and work. And it's not a problem. It's like something you want to achieve that will bring in a lot of success and prosperity energies for you. Maybe a more successful social life, maybe a more successful career, maybe a more successful financial situation. You know, maybe getting more things that you want, material things, physical things that you want, even maybe health. But yeah, if that makes sense to you, this is your energy. You might want to look into the extended involvement with the law. Yeah. I'm not getting specifically law, but yeah, it could be like helping. Maybe you have like a court case going through, and you're like, oh, I can't think about anything else until like I had to put all my energy and focus on this court case that I'm dealing with. It could be your own divorce or whatever. Maybe it's like you're winning a lawsuit. Maybe you filed one, or like, you know, something at the workplace and you're winning or something. I'm getting just like winning over people. So I don't know. I keep getting people, like winning over people. Maybe with the Queen of Wands here, maybe you have a very public image. Maybe maybe you've always wanted to show success to your family and friends, and you're finally able to kind of achieve that level of success that you've always wanted for yourself physically. Maybe you want to achieve some sort of look physically, health wise. Maybe you want to like kind of, you've been kind of working on your body, your health recently, and you kind of like want to finish that transformation. Maybe you want to achieve something at work, in your career, and you're close to achieving that, or you want to kind of like really ground that energy in at work before you kind of make any other moves in your life, big moves in your life. But I feel like the involvement with the law, like maybe for some of you, but like for most of you, I'm getting is something that's like concrete and stable and secure in your life. Something that you want to like physically ground in before you entertain something else big in your life, like a relationship. Something you wanted to do for yourself. It's a career, health, body image, just social life, or like, I know, like proving yourself to like family and friends, or, you know, achieving the goals that you've always said you wanted to achieve. Something along those lines. Like, it's not egotistical. It's something that you wanted to do for yourself. Really admirable. Okay, so if this sounds like you right now, your energies, I would definitely recommend looking to the extended. The link for that is below in the description. It's a really low price, and I make sure it's affordable. So if this is something you are resonating with, you can definitely continue looking into the energies to get more information to help you out at this time. But yeah, so in the extended, we are looking at what he feels, what he sees for the future between the two of you. And because it seems like you are kind of focusing on the now more so. Maybe like something's like, oh, I've had people block me and these things in the past. This is my time to shine. So you're kind of focusing on yourself and your life right now. You really appreciate what's being offered to you through him as well. But you have to put your mind on this right now, focus and energy on this. But it looks like he has some really big ideas for your future. So we're going to look into that, what he sees for the future, but also what spirit sees for the future between the two of you, which is like the most probable outcome. And I'm going to pull a couple cards to get like a sneak preview of these energies. 7 of Water. Wow, I love that. So I'm getting these like all these like positive possibilities. It's like he has more than one dream for the two of you. And it looks like he wants to offer you so many different options and get your input. But he's like waiting to kind of come to you with everything he sees and all the ideas he has, because he doesn't want to distract you from what your goals are currently. And he respects you so much that he's willing to wait for you to tell you all these things, to propose all these things. And also, I'm not blind to the signs. I do see them. So I'm getting this energy of like, he does see that, you know, you must be interested in him somewhat. You know, you're entertaining him, being in your life and allowing him to kind of know what's going on with you. You're opening up, like being like, oh, this is what's going on. And maybe you're allowing him to grab quick dinners with you or quick conversations with you. So he's like, I'm listening to the signs. I see that you want me around, and you're telling me the truth. Like, you're too busy, and like I'm getting this other energy of like there's so many signs and synchronicities going like crazy. Like 7 of Water here, the 7 of Cups. Like he's getting so many signs and synchronicities to be with you and to help you at this time, and also a lot of visions of the future of the two of you together. These divine ideas he's channeling like crazy right now. And it's kind of funny because as a divine feminine, you're focusing on your career right now and physical things. And as the masculine energy, he's focusing on the feminine energy, which is this future with you, these visions, this channeling these ideas. being patient, being receptive. Like, it's crazy. This is a really beautiful energy. I'm excited to look into it in the extended. So yeah, if you want to check that out, it's in the description. If I'm not seeing you in the extended, I would love a like or comment to let me know that you resonated with the general part of the reading at least. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 33. With the amethyst and the trust card, we're looking at his thoughts of you and his thoughts about the future of you together. There is an extended available for this reading if you're interested. So let's start with what he thinks about the connection between the two of you now and in the future. So what does he think about the connection between the two of you now? You're always in my heart. And it came out in reverse, and I got this kind of like, duh feeling, where it's just kind of like, don't you know by now that like I'm always thinking about you? I'm always like, all the actions, all the decisions I make is based on our connection, based on this relationship, based around what you might think, what might work better for you, what might work better for our family, our situation, our relationship. And because he said that, like, isn't it obvious kind of energy, like, I'm getting that it's not always obvious to you. Like, you kind of sometimes wonder, like, are you making decisions with me in mind? And I feel like because we're looking at from his perspective, like, this goes both ways a little bit. I feel like you're wondering if he makes decisions based on what's best for you. And he's like, duh, obviously, don't you know that? But he's also wondering, like, do you make decisions based on what's best for both of us and each of us? He feels like you do, but he's not completely sure. It's maybe something you two haven't really explicitly told each other yet. Because you don't want to seem like too clingy. He doesn't want to seem too clingy. He doesn't want, like, both of you are kind of playing this like kind of tit for tat kind of game where it's like, you don't want to be too much. You don't want to come off like too much, like you're more interested in them than they are interested in you. You don't want to like scare the other person off, but you're kind of always wondering if they're thinking about you and feel the same way that you do. So it's kind of like this like back and forth game you two are playing, and where you two aren't like very explicit with each other and how you feel and your intentions, and or maybe you're just starting to, or maybe it's been a long time since you both kind of touched base with each other. But I am getting this kind of feeling of like you two are kind of trying to feel each other out and be like, hey, I wonder if they like me as much as I do. I wonder if they think about me as much as I do. Woman. Dealing with a relationship with a woman. And because I am doing this from the point of view of you, the woman in the relationship, with him, the man in the relationship, I feel like this is him being like, no, woman, this is me asking you, do you make decisions with me in mind? Interesting. He's calling you out. So I'm getting that this is a really like trustworthy person. This is someone that I think it's very obvious to you that they make decisions based on what you might like, what you might prefer, what you think is the right thing to do. They're more inclined to listen to your opinions about a decision. And I'm getting a little bit that they're the kind of person who kind of overgives or overcompensates or like an overachiever, like someone who's like too kind and too willing to do what the other person wants. And I feel like you're kind of like that as well. And so both of you kind of came at this energy, like this kind of connection with like, how can I help you? Like, let me do things that can make you feel better in the connection, or kind of almost love bombing each other a little bit. And then both of you kind of backed off, being like, oh, I'm giving them too much and they're not giving me enough. And it's because of both of you aren't giving each other what the other person actually wants, because both of you are afraid to tell each other what you actually wanted from each other, and because both of you weren't telling each other what you actually wanted in the connection, both of you kept giving the other person what you think they wanted. So it was a weird situation where you care about the other person so much, and you're such a giver, and you're so kind, that you're constantly giving the other person, sacrificing your own needs and your own preferences for the sake of the other person, doing what you think that they want and need, but both of you not standing up for what you actually want and explicitly saying it, or at least one of you is not explicitly saying what they want, so the other person can't give that partner what they want. Sorry if that's confusing, but I hope you if this is your energy, you get it. Okay, so what does he think about the two of you in terms of the future? Do you want this? Okay, so it came out in reverse again. So I feel like there's like so much love in this connection. It's like so obvious, right? And both of you so obviously want this connection. Both trust each other. Both of you are trustworthy people that you can rely on, that you can give your heart to and know that that person is going to handle your heart really with care and not want to break it, and to nurture it and to give it like love and life. So both of you, it's so obvious that both of you like each other and both of you want this, but there's some sort of game going on, some sort of like back and forth. Like maybe you two aren't like open and vulnerable in the connection from the beginning, or one of you was and the other person wasn't. One of you was saying like, this is what I want in a relationship, the other person being like, I don't know what I want in a relationship, I don't know how to say it. Or both of you, do you know what I'm getting? I'm getting that couple of situations where it's like either on one side that this connection wasn't flowing, or on both sides, both of you were just kind of missing the mark each time, not like knowing how to express it, knowing how to say it, kind of thing. Like, this is what I want, this is what I expect. Like, let me give you a safe space to explain what you want and what your needs are. There's like this like mismatch energy going back and forth, but trust that you both like each other and want this. It's just like a weird like cat and mouse game that got out of hand, and both of you are kind of like, oh my goodness, like obviously we like each other, obviously we both want this, like how are we still playing this cat and mouse game? Like, how is this still happening? How are we still kind of chasing each other? How are we still like in this like phase of our relationship, of our connection? Like, how are we not moving forward? Why is this like game going on forever? Like, when it's so obvious that we both want this. Hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally. But I feel like both of you need a break from this weird energy. Not a break from each other, but a break from the dynamic between the two of you, because it's been like so much back and forth, and it's just like it's like you both need to just break out of this weird back and forth game. So taking a vacation mentally or physically. So yeah, maybe one of you will suggest a break, but it's not like a break that's leading to a breakup. It's a break to allow the two of you to kind of change the dynamic of the relationship. So when you come back into the relationship, it's like both of you are serious, can express how you're feeling to each other without hesitation, without anxiety, feel comfortable and safe with each other to explain what you need from your partner, and have open conversations. So yeah, I'm getting like some sort of either a break from each other in order to come back into this connection more like better and ready, or like literally going on vacation and literally doing something out of the norm to break up this weird energy. It's weird. I can't explain it, but I think you get it. If this is your energy and you're in it, like you get what I'm saying. Like I'm even having a hard time explaining this because it's like it's this kind of energy is like you're the words are stuck in your throat, or like you know what you want to say, or you know how you feel but you don't know how to get it out, or like the best way to say it, or worrying about the person's reactions, having a lot of anxiety when it comes to like actually stepping up to the plate and saying it to the person. Like maybe you're not a nervous person, maybe you're a more confident person in explaining your feelings and thoughts, but like you pick up on their anxiety and you're such a super empath that it makes you nervous. Like it's like a weird thing. It's a weird energy. I don't like it. Sorry. I mean, you must not like it either, because it's like how do we just get to the next step? Like how do we stop being like this? Because you know how like if you're in a certain energy for a long time, you just get kind of used to that kind of dynamic in your connection. You're like kind of like, how do I get out of this? And he's thinking that too, like how do I get out of this? How do we get to this like not weird place? We obviously love each other. We obviously like showing each other that we're making decisions based around this relationship, based on this love, and we both obviously want this. Like what is happening? Why can't I just say it? Why can't we just do it? That kind of energy. Okay, so is he taking action for the future of the two of you right now? Is he taking action? Gossip only hurts more. Yeah, it's kind of I feel like he's misinterpreting some of your actions and some of your words. And it might be that like maybe you're talking to someone like a friend or something, and he overhears something that you said, and like he kind of takes it in a different meaning than you intended. Maybe you try to explain something to him, or you try to express your feelings or what your wants and needs and desires to him, and he sees it as like, oh, I don't understand her, I don't know how to listen to her, it's my fault, I didn't take the right actions, I'm not stepping up to the plate, I don't know how to do this. So like it feels like everything that you say and do, he's taking it as an attack or a lack of something he's doing, something that he's doing wrong, something he doesn't know how to do, something that he's at fault for in this connection. Oh no. The Tower. Wow. Okay, so but that's going to change, because at some point he's going to realize like he's overthinking things, thinking about things too negatively, and not seeing the positive side. Like I feel like he's like backing himself into a corner and no one's pushing him there. He's doing it himself. You know? Like I feel like you're coming from a loving place when you try to talk to him, when you try to explain your feelings and your wants and desires. And I feel like he's like, oh, that means I wasn't doing the right thing. I did the wrong thing. I was at fault. I didn't know how to say things. I should have done this when I did nothing. I'm only making things worse. Why can't I say the things I want to say? Like, I keep waiting. I should maybe wait longer. What if, like, this doesn't work out because I didn't do the right things? They're backing themselves into a corner, and I feel like this isn't your energy. Like, I feel like I'm really strongly feeling like you are being kind of, like, kind and compassionate, holding a safe space for them to open up to their feelings, but they're taking everything as an attack. And I think they're overthinking everything, and they're adding on anxiety when it's not like when you're not attacking them and they feel like they're being attacked or something like that. So I'm getting like this is all building up to like a tower moment where they're like, enough is enough. Maybe this is you saying something to them. Maybe this is some sort of light bulb moment that they have for themselves, that their intuition tells them, which is like, wait, stop taking everything in a negative way. This person obviously loves me. This person obviously wants this. Let me look at what they're saying from a different perspective, from a different point of view. So if you see something change in them, in terms of having a conversation with you, that's why. I think they're going to change their views to be like, okay, this person isn't attacking me. They're telling me what they want and need. Maybe I should mirror that and practice telling them what I want and need. Oh, this person is being vulnerable with me, sharing their like deep emotions or something from their past. They want me to be there for them, support them emotionally, and tell them that I'm listening and that I care. And maybe I should reciprocate by opening up to them and being vulnerable with them with something in my past experience or something like that. So they're like changing the way they see things. So you're going to see that when they have conversations with you, they're realizing like, okay, like I shouldn't be scared of this. This is my opportunity to practice being more open in communication and more open with my emotions with them. They're changing the way they see things. Because they trust their heart, but they're like, mind and heart are like, we're colliding. They might have had a lot of problems like with their neck or throat. Usually that happens when you're like, mind and heart are like at conflict. Okay. So that is a general portion of the reading. This is intended to resonate with most of the people that pick this pile, or with everyone that picks the pile, but like, you know, so if this isn't your pile, you would have known. And now we're going to go into how you may see the future happening, unfolding for the two of you. So you can know if the extended is going to be something that resonates with you or not. Because in the extended, we're going to look at what he sees for the future of the two of you. And then what spirit sees for the future of the two of you, meaning like the most probable outcome. What you see, what he sees, and what spirit sees happening. And so let's go into the energy of what you see for the future of the two of you. And this will let you know if the extended will resonate for you as well. Okay, so what do you see? 9 of Cups. Okay, wow. Wish granted. I feel like you've always known that this connection has the potential for everything you hoped and wished for in your life. Romantically, for him fulfilling all your romantic wants and needs, and your life goals and dreams. I'm getting a lot. You have like a lot of little things you want to achieve in your life, and you can see him helping you every step of the way. You've always been like that. You've always been a huge support for him too. Like, you see him being happy with the achievements that he achieves with you, with your love and support as well. You've always felt that this was a lucky connection, and I feel like you've never like questioned it as much as he did. I feel like you were the one who was always kind of like being more open with your emotions and your thoughts about him and your relationship, and he's the one who kind of like struggled with explaining his emotions and thoughts towards you, and that caused a conflict between the two of you, because you're like, why am I always the one saying how I feel and what I think about him in the relationship, and he doesn't give me that back? And so then you stop giving that to him, and then so he started questioning if you did have any feelings or thoughts towards him, but you were just kind of backing away because he wasn't giving that to you. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the dynamic, but you never questioned that he was potentially the one, or that he had the potential to give you what you wanted, what you were looking for in a relationship. You've always thought like, oh yeah, this is like a winning connection. Why can't he see it? Why can't he speak up and say how he's thinking and feeling about me in the relationship? Does that make sense? So if that's the energy you're in, it is continuing from this energy, but this part, the second part of this reading is like specifically for the people who are going to be getting the extended. And that's the energy, if you see that for the future, that might resonate with you. Okay, flexible. Yeah, there's something about like, I could only be so flexible. Like you have to be more flexible. So you always felt like this person, like you two are a good match because you both are very kind and you're both a very like, you're givers. You know, I always saw like there's people who are givers and people who are takers. I feel like both of you are givers. And so both of you kind of can let your like shield down a little bit, like let yourself be more vulnerable around each other because you know that this person isn't going to take advantage of you. But with like the rest of the world, you might have to keep your shield up because you never know, right? Especially if you're like a giver, there's people who could take advantage of that. So both of you feel comfortable around each other, but I feel like you bent over backwards. Like you did everything you could to be like, I want this relationship to work. But I feel like this person, your person, Pile 33, like he didn't, like he sees this beautiful woman who's like perfect, you know, who handles emotions really well, who handles her life really well, who handles herself really well. And he felt lack. A little bit like I didn't deserve this person. I don't know how to, am I even a contender for this woman? Am I like up to par? Like am I what she's looking for? Like am I always going to be second guessing myself in a relationship with her, feeling like I'm not enough, not worthy? Like there's a lot of questions that went on in his head. And what seemed like stubbornness and inflexibility on his part was his insecurities. And so I do feel like Pile 33 that you are very beautiful. You do have a really good energy. You have a very powerful energy. It seems like you know what you're doing. You got it all together. You're a go-getter. You know a lot about, you know a little bit about a lot of things. Sorry. You know a little bit about everything, you know, or a lot about everything. You're a wise person. You're a beautiful person inside and out. And it's hard for people to hold the glass to you, you know, like you definitely make a lot of people feel less than. Pile 33. And so you knew that he loved you and you knew that he wanted a relationship with you. This is him kind of doing his internal work when he was being stubborn and when he kept not pushing the connection forward, or when he kept like pausing the connection every like now and then. It's like it moves a little bit forward, then he's like stop. Moves a little bit forward, then he stops. Like, you know, maybe he's giving you a lot of affection and then he stops when it starts getting more serious, or when it seems like the connection is going to level up, like he stops, you know, like, and it's because he's like kind of going through this like internal battle, which I feel like he finally, with this tower moment, maybe recently, around the time that you watch this reading, it's a timeless reading, realizes like gossip only hurts more. I mean, I'm getting like internal negative talk has only hurt him and his life. Like here's this beautiful woman who got it all, and he's messing up his own chances because he's like kicking himself. He's talking down to himself. He doesn't think he's worthy. He doesn't think he's able to have someone like you, to achieve the same things as you. He doesn't see himself the same way. Or he doesn't think he can give as much as you, or give enough, or be enough, or we're all this, like, it's an internal thing. Now that I'm getting it, it makes sense. It's an internal gossip. It's an internal negative talk. So this Tower moment is like, is enough enough? Enough is enough. This might be a period in your connection where it's like, dude, if he keeps doing this, like, I can't deal with something like that. I can't deal with someone like that. Like, I could only help him so much. He has to kind of go get over this hurdle himself. Like, because it's a battle with him against himself. You've always known that this connection has potential, but he has to win this victory. He has to win this war that is going on inside himself. You've been more than flexible and accommodating while he's been going through these battles, but he needs to win the war. And you've always believed in him. I feel like you've always knew that he can get there, but I feel like you've even become exhausted, or kind of like, hey, like, I hope he gets there sooner rather than later, but I can't wait forever. Or like, is this ever going to change? Are we always going to be in this weird energy? Kind of this energy of like, dude, I'm getting tired, But I believe in him. I can see this potential. I helped him in his battles, but he needs to win the war. And I think you finally see this Tower situation. I think you finally see a break in this line of thinking. You see a change in him. You see things moving forward, him winning the war. And your hope and belief in this connection is revived. And you're like, oh my goodness, it's happening. He's finally getting it. He's finally winning that war. He's finally opening up to me, being straight with me, talking to me, being more flexible, maybe too flexible. Maybe he's like bending over to all your wants, wishes, needs, and desires now because you helped him get over this huge hurdle. It wasn't just like a hurdle. It was like a war. You helped him win the war, made him realize he is valuable. He does deserve a really good relationship like this. He does deserve a really good partner like you because he is one himself. You help him see that. What a champion you are, Pile 33. And your person. Good for him too. All right. So if that energy is something you resonate with, you might want to check out the extended. The link for that is in the description. It's at a really low price, so it's very, very affordable for everyone who wants to continue this energy, this reading, to find out more information that could possibly help you, that you might resonate with, that you may enjoy. And yeah, I'm very excited to look into this energy more. Let's have a sneak peek of what he sees for the future between the two of you. King of Air, look at that. Someone who is so insecure and so indecisive and not really know how to speak to you, how to convey his ideas and feelings, make plans for the connection. What a change of energy. Oh my goodness. What a change of energy. You're going to see him become, this is kind of, it might turn you on a little bit. Like, not a lot, a little bit, a lot of it. This is the man you saw inside of him come out. Ooh, I'm interested to look into that. And I can tell you don't trust me. I want to change that. Yeah. Oh, wow. This is your knight in shining armor coming through, looking so brave, so sexy, being the man of your dreams and stepping up in ways that you've only could have dreamed of before. Wow, this is beyond your wildest fantasy. Like, whoa. Prepare for him to take over your dreams again. Like, I don't think you understand the radical change in this person that's coming in. This is turning into like here. the hero of your romantic novels coming to life in your person, and you're like, who is this person? This is exciting. Oh, I'm interested to go into this. But yeah, if you're interested in the extended, just find out more about this energy, as we're going to look into what he sees for the future of the two of you, and then what spirit sees, which is like the most actual potential future for the two of you, and then a message from him and spirit. And yeah, it'll be fun. And if I don't see you in extended, I really appreciate a comment if you resonated or like this reading. It's a new topic I'm trying out. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 44, the Amazonite and the Flow card. We're looking at his thoughts of you and his thoughts of you in regards to the future. There is an extended available for this reading if you are interested. So let's start with what he thinks about the connection now and what he thinks about the connection in the future with you. So let's start with, what does he think of the connection with you now? Meet me on the bridge of the heart. And so I feel this kind of little, like a bit of a longing. Like, will you, like, I'm so excited for us to meet up, to join hands, to join in holy matrimony, I'm hearing, or to just kind of join forces in this lifetime. Even if it's just like a date you two have planned, they're like excited to meet you on that date. Or if you mention that, like, hey, we should talk this weekend, they're excited to talk to you. There's something about, yeah, they're excited to meet you, like literally in like a date or a situation, event, or something that you two are going to meet up with each other soon, or and in actually like metaphorically, like kind of meet each other in this time and space, cross paths with each other to fully merge your paths together, kind of thing. It's really, really cute. Okay, so I got October, so that might be meaningful to you. And temporary situation. Okay, so I feel like maybe this person is someone that you met recently, and then nothing really happened. Or maybe you two kind of expected you to start seeing each other, dating each other, or moving the relationship up, but like nothing really happened. So I'm getting like it could be this past October, or if this is like, around October, it feels like you two come together and then like separate at the same time. Or around October is when you both decide that this isn't a temporary situation, a dating situation. This is something more. This is more serious. There might be something about leveling up the connection, becoming more official around October. And this is a timeless reading, so it could be any time from 6 months ago or 6 months from now. I get both because there's going to be different people clicking on this pile. And for some of you, this is something that happened around 6 months ago. Or this is spirit saying like, hey, in the next 6 months, like you're going to see a lot of things change. Or you might see in 6 months that you two are engaged or official or moving in together or leveling up the connection in some way. So I'm getting both. For some of you, it's both. Like maybe 6 months ago, you thought something might happen here. Maybe you two kind of ended the connection 6 months ago, ended dating each other, ended seeing each other. It turned into like just like a person you kind of message once in a while that you're interested in, but nothing really came of it since 6 months ago. And you're going to see that they come back into your life. And they're hoping that you kind of meet up with them, that you're down to see them again, or to kind of revive this connection. And then you might see that in 6 months from now, you two are kind of in a different place in your connection than you thought was possible around this time, Like, oh, this is just someone I thought was cute. And then like, we went out or something, but we didn't we got busy and we stopped seeing each other or something like that. Or like, yeah, like we met back, like I got a message from them. This is like an ex or old fling, and like, oh yeah, I thought like maybe we would get back together, but then nothing really happened. Now they messaged me again, and they're like, I hope she like messages me back. I hope she knows that like I want to give this a shot, and that like it wasn't anything personal. Like I was just nervous, or I thought I got busy, or they got busy, or whatever. Like something 6 months ago and 6 months from now. So I feel like 6 months ago you expected something, nothing happened. 6 months from now, you might be surprised that this person who just randomly came out of the blue, or randomly made a move, turned into this so quickly, Okay, so what are their thoughts about you in terms of the future? Yeah, because right now they're just like, oh, right now. I know 6 months ago, like I should have done something then, but I didn't, or something like that. Temporary situation, yeah, maybe they got into like a situation where they couldn't take more on their plate. They were in a bad place right then. So like, oh, like I would have loved to like start this connection or start this new connection with you, but like maybe something happened with their work or their finances or their health or their car or their family situation, something. I just want to call you, but I won't. Oh my goodness. Flag, don't be tempted to lower your standards. So I feel like this person is a little skittish. Like, they don't mean to ghost you, but they might. Or they have the tendency to like not message you back or call you back. Or, and I'm getting it's not because of any malintent. And it's actually just out of nervousness. They like you. They don't know how to act around you, or they're scared. They might also want to see how much they can get away with, like how little they have to do to get more from you. So I would definitely like be careful, like if you are giving too much for this person, if you're giving them too much emotional support, if you're being physically intimate with them, or you pick up every single one of their calls but they don't pick up all of your calls, like I would give them a red flag, and be like, hey, like you deserve better than that, it. They treated you like this once, that's it. They're not gonna treat you like that again a second time, so I'm getting for some of you, like be careful if this is like a red flag situation. It's like it happened once or twice, and like after that it's like, no, I'll give you a chance, I'll give you an opportunity, but after 2 red flags, no. Yeah, but are they taking action in regards to this connection right now, like in this moment when you watch this reading? Yes. Wow. Yeah, because I got like there's a second scenario, like for some of you, if this is a red flag if they're playing games, and it. But for others of you, I feel like this person like genuinely likes you. And because like my channel is for like more high vibe people, like, you stand up for yourself, you respect yourself, you've been on a spiritual journey where you heal yourself and you want to grow and evolve to be a better person. You treat people nicely. Kindly. Nice and kind is different. And so people who are attracted to my channel are people who are just like genuinely good people. Like if you're like the cheating kind, no, you don't like go to another tarot reader. Not hating on you if you've done that in the past, but you've grown as a person and you know better. This is for spiritually mature people, people who respect others and themselves. Thank you for the confirmation, Fire Truck. But yes, if this person is like just like they had an interest in you, they treated you right, but they're like, hey, like, I'm sorry something came up. Maybe they didn't want to tell you exactly what was going on because you two were just starting to get to know each other, and it's like kind of inappropriate to like kind of like trauma dump on someone. So they're like, or like just kind of open up that much to someone you just met or just went on a first date with or just had one conversation with, you know? So they're like, oh, like, bummer, like, I really liked her. I hope she like understands that like it was like definitely want to see her again, and like, but I wouldn't be surprised if she gets swooped off her feet by someone else, or you know, if she doesn't want to wait. Like, I totally get that. Like, it's just a bummer because I really thought there was something here, but like, you know, there's something about like, oh, there was just like we only met a few times, or maybe if this is someone coming back, like there was only like one or two or few conversations, and like it had to get cut off because like they were dealing with something. It was like something actually, something they had to deal with. But they are taking actions towards you and towards this connection right now. Two of Cups for a romantic relationship. Oh my goodness. So yes, they are actively taking actions, have the intention of being in a romantic relationship with you, to making you their girlfriend, for sure. So I don't know what happened. I think maybe if you even if you two were friends and then things kind of just like, you know, fell off, it's like what happened? Or even if you two just met and it's like, oh, I thought we had a really good vibe, and then things just like fell off, or they just got in contact with you again and then things just like kind of fell off again. Like, I'm getting this image of like the two of you running towards each other from two sides of the bridge, and you're like, oh, so excited, you're meeting your soulmate and you're running towards them and you're so happy, you can't wait to just like hug them and kiss them and be like, ah, finally found you. And then you two are almost getting close to the middle of the bridge, and then they're smiling, and then they turn left and jump off the bridge, and you're like, what the fuck just happened, you know? Like, it's like that. It was like that kind of like surprise for you, like maybe around 6 months ago, that things just kind of fell off, and you're like, okay, well, change of plans. You know, I thought I was going to meet the love of my life, or I was going to get into a really good romantic relationship with this person, and then poof, they're gone. Did not expect that. Hope they're okay. Didn't really call me or text me to tell me that they're okay, or even if they did, they're like very limited information, right? So you're really kind of left wondering what the heck happened. And this is someone who, even if you knew someone in the past, or even if this is someone new, it's like it happened like a while ago, like around 6 months ago, maybe more than that, 8 months ago, a year ago, maybe just a few months ago. But like, if it was like, it's been a while since that happened, so you're kind of like, okay, like you kind of moved on, or you're kind of like, okay, let me just move forward, because they didn't call you. They didn't give you any more information. They weren't like, oh, wait for me, or like, hey, I'm going through this difficult thing, or this popped up in my life. So you're just like, okay, like, I deserve better than that. Bye. But they had intentions of being in a relationship with you. They still do. They still have you on their mind. So if you're wondering, like, what the heck? Like, we had a really good connection. Like, or I thought this was going to move forward. Like, I thought this was going somewhere. And then it just completely, you know, changed. Like, you weren't wrong. Like, you were right. Like, that was definitely their intention. That's definitely where this connection was going. Okay, so this part of the reading was for the general reading. So it's meant to kind of resonate with everyone that picks this pile, or at least most of you. This second part of the reading is kind of for the extended. So we're going to look into what you see for the future of this connection. And then the extended, we're going to look at what he sees for the future of this connection, and what spirit sees, which is like the most likely outcome. So this part of the reading, you may or may not resonate with. but we're going to look into your energy so you can tell if you resonate with the extended or not. So if you want more information in your situation, you know that the extended will resonate with you. Okay, so what do you think will happen in the future between the two of you? Ace of Cups. So you do kind of sense, you kind of felt like, oh, there is a possibility that he will want to give this a shot again, but you just didn't know when or where or how. And so you're kind of left your life kind of open-ended in your love life, because you're like, okay, like he didn't really give me information and I don't know if he's coming back or not. I think he's going to. I hope he does, because I definitely felt a connection there, and I'm pretty sure he did too. I'm pretty sure we both wanted more, so I have a feeling he will come back, but I'm not absolutely sure, so I'm not going to stand around waiting, especially because he didn't leave me with anything. Like, I have to kind of assume that I have to leave my heart open, my mind open, my life open. But you had a feeling that he was going to kind of shoot his shot again. Okay, not for you, fortune cookie. But you weren't, like, living your life holding your breath. Like, you're like, I respect myself more than that. Like, if he wanted to give this another shot, like, he might have said something along the lines like, oh yeah, like, I'm so sorry, like, I really did like you, but I can't do this right now, and just kind of left. Like, he kind of did it respectfully. You're kind of like, okay, like, that sucks. Like, I like you too. If you told me what was going on, maybe I would have helped you through it, supported you through it, or waited for you. But, like, he didn't really give you anything. So you're like, I respect myself more than that. And so if he does come back, like, soon, like, yeah, maybe I'll give him a shot, but I'm not going to stop my entire life because he made this decision for both of us, you know? Okay, so let's see. Tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. Yeah. It might have been also a situation where it's like, maybe 6 months ago wasn't the only time he hit you up. You know, maybe he's been kind of in and out of your life a little bit, maybe liking things on your social media page, or like kind of like being there for you but not, you know, he's like kind of always in your life but kind of not in your life at all. Like, it's kind of a weird dynamic here. And every time you think this connection is making progress, it like stops or halts or slows down again all of a sudden. Or maybe just this like last time, it's like you thought things were going good, things were going well, and then like, not for you. Grasshopper. Situations in the balance that require careful handling. Yeah, you like this person a lot. They like you a lot, and they understand that they have to handle this with care. You do too. You're like, I like this person. I am mad at them for how they handled things, or I was really disappointed, or I was really sad, or I was really heartbroken, or I was, you know, whatever, let down by the situation, or kind of felt abandoned, or whatever, however you felt. You're like, you know, I didn't like how things ended, but I do like this person a lot, and I have to give them the benefit of the doubt because I like them enough that I would like a second chance with them. And in order for that to happen, like, I'm going to kind of behave myself, but also make sure I don't like give them the chance to explain, or give them the chance to kind of make it up to me. Because if you want this connection and you keep blocking their advances, like, they'll be like, okay, well, she doesn't want me. You do want them. So you have to let them know that, like, I do want you, but, you know, I still am upset with what happened or how you left things, and, like, I'll give you the chance to make it up to me. Or I'm open to hearing what you have to say. Like, I really did feel a connection with you, and I was hoping that you would connect with me sooner rather than later, but I'm still here, available to hear you out or to give us another chance. But I'm gonna let you know that, like, even though I'm open to hearing you out or giving you another chance, like, that this situation is going to have to be handled carefully. I need to, feel respected in this situation. And I hope you understand that. If you want me to respect you, you're going to have to, like, give me the respect back. Something along those lines. You're going to have to be real careful with your words and how you behave and act, because you do want this person back. There is a good connection here. But it's hard to be like with someone like you feel like wronged you, and this person kind of did, like maybe they have their reasons, but doesn't mean that they didn't handle it incorrectly. You can sympathize with them, empathize with them, but they still made a mistake. You're open to forgiving them. You're open to hearing them out. And you're open to giving them another chance. And those are things that you have to make clear, because both of you can take things the wrong way at this time. So if you do want to be with him, and he obviously does want to be with you, both of you like each other, and which makes both of you feel more vulnerable and more at risk of taking things the wrong way and like kind of mistreating each other, or like, getting angry at each other. So if this sounds like your situation, if this feels like your energy right now, it is a continuation of the general energy, but this is more towards the folks that are going to be picking up on the extended reading. You might want to check out the extended. Yeah, the link for that is in the description, and it is definitely at a low price, so I make it like affordable, so that if you do resonate with this energy and you want more information, you can get that for a low price. And it's a really fun reading, really informative, really interesting, and yeah, I'm excited to kind of dive into this energy, because it seems very interesting, and it seems like something that needs to be handled with a lot of care, which I will do. If you know me as a tarot card reader, I handle things very sensitively, especially if the situation calls for it. And yeah, I'm going to pick a couple of cards to get a preview of what he thinks is going to happen in the future between the two of you. 9 of Fire. Okay. Yeah, I do sense like, oh yeah, like, oh, I almost had it. I almost had her. And now I set myself up for, doing a lot of work. Like, I'm going to have to like regain her trust. I'm going to have to prove to her that I'm worth her time, that I'm worth a second chance. Like, I have a lot of work ahead of me to show her, to dazzle her, to court her. But it's gonna be worth it. I just know it. Like, I was so close to having everything. Like, why would life be easy? Of course, I have to kind of dazzle her more now. And I feel like he's like willing to do that. Okay, and then some people don't want us to see us together, but I don't care. Oh, that's interesting. So this might have to do with why they kind of left things the way they did in the past. I think there's other people involved, or another person involved that might have been in his ear, and we're going to look into that situation for sure in the extended. So yeah, if this resonates with you, I'll definitely look into the extended. I definitely appreciate the support, and I love kind of diving into these energies a bit more, which I can't always do on the general reading, because people sometimes don't like how much I go into readings. I love going into the energies completely and fully. I'm that kind of person that needs to like feel out everything, give all the details, and get into like give full comprehensive readings, but not everyone likes that. So I try not to do that for the general readings, but this allows me to do that. So I appreciate your support, and it helps people. It helps people to have the info, right? So you can know what to do with it. But yeah, we're looking into his energies, the most probable timeline, a message from him. It'll be good. And if I don't see you in the extended, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I appreciate a like or comment if you liked it, if you resonated with it. This is a new topic that I'm trying out. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light.